Hello, friends. Welcome to Numbers Made Incredibly Easy. As you may already know, the Biden-Harris administration has decided as of Wednesday, August the 24th, 2022, to provide some debt relief to millions of Americans holding student loans. The relief is effective immediately and can go to a maximum of $20,000 depending on the category of borrowers. I have been bombarded with questions about the program, so I've put together this video that will address the three most frequently asked questions: who qualifies for the program, for how much, and how to apply for the money. First, do you qualify for the relief? This tree diagram answers the qualification question. If you are on a green path, you see we have green paths here, green path here, uh, green path here. So if you are on a green path from loan type all the way to Pell Grant, you qualify for the program. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you're not qualified. All right. There are four criteria. I call them qualifiers. They are the loan type, filing status, your income in 2020 or 2021. There are talks of using either one of them. And finally, Pell Grant, if you were a Pell Grant holder in college or not. Let's start with loan type. That's the first qualifier. So there are two categories of loan for this program. The first type being the private loans. In the private loans, we include the federal loans that have been refinanced through private lenders, and they are federal loans. So if you hold a private loan or a federal loan that has been refinanced through a private lender, I'm sorry, you're not qualified for the program. Now we have the federal loans. For the federal loans, we're going to move to the second qualifier, the filing status, the status you use on your tax to file your tax return. Either you file single or all others. I call that all others. It includes married, filing jointly. It includes head of household. It includes qualifying widower. Everything except single is in this category. I would say single and all others. Everybody in the filing status can qualify. So this is not a problem. Your filing status is not a problem. Now, let's move to the third qualifier, which is your income in 2020 or 2021. So if you were single, earning $125,000 or less, you qualify for the program. But if you are single earning over $125,000, I'm sorry, you're out. Now let's move on to all orders. If you were any other status, filing status, earning $250,000 or less in 2020 or 2021, you qualify to get some money. But if your income was over 250,000, I'm sorry, you're out. Now these two categories are out. Let's move on to the fourth and final qualifier, which is the Pell Grant. If you are single, you have federal loan, you're single, you earn $125,000 or less, and you were in college, you receive Pell Grant, you have yes for Pell Grant, so you qualify for $20,000 or 20K. But if you did not receive Pell Grant, you were not a Pell Grant recipient, you qualify for $10,000. So at this point, whether or not you had Pell Grant in college, you qualify. Now it depends. If you did have Pell Grant, you qualify for 20. If you did not, you qualify for only 10. Now of the all orders in this category, earning $250,000 or less, in college, if you were a Pell Grant recipient, you qualify for $20,000. If you were not a recipient, you qualify for only $10,000. So everyone on the green path, all the way from the type of loan to the Pell Grant, qualify for some money. It can be 10, it can be 20. So we're not sure how much you qualify for. This we will address in the second step, which is how much you really qualify for. How much do you really qualify for? In the first part, I just showed you that you may be qualified for 20 grand or 10 grand. It depends. But how much do you really qualify for? How do you know that? If you are like most people, you don't even remember what type of grant you receive in college or what type of loans you hold. So the surest way of doing that is to go on studentaid.gov, studentaid.gov. I will post this link for you at the bottom of this video, but make sure you use Google Chrome because this link will not open in Safari. When you first open this link, it will show this. All right, please read before continuing. You accept. Okay, now this is the page. It shows your dashboard. Your dashboard has my aid. It shows how much money you owe, your total loans, your total balance. And on the right, it shows grant. So this person received Pell Grant in school. Oh, that's lucky. They are lucky. They received some Pell Grant. It means that person qualifies for the full $20,000. So how much that relief will he receive? He will receive $20,000. Not he will not receive it because they won't send you the money. They just pay the debt for you. So out of the about 23 grand, they will pay 20 grand for him. So he will be responsible for 2,990. So remember, if you did have Pell Grant, it will show. If you did not, you will only see your loan on your dashboard. Once you open the page, it shows your dashboard. Now, if you need more information on your loans, you click on the view detail here. It opens up the loan, what type of loans or how much they are, what the balance and everything. On this page, it's very important to notice your servicer. The loan servicer is the Department of Education, Aid Advantage. Note this, it's important. I will talk about it later because some people may have to call their loan servicer depending on their case or on their situation. All right. So this person received $20,000 as loan relief. It doesn't mean if you qualify for 20,000, you will receive the full 20,000. It depends on how much you owe. If this person owed $15,000 only, they would have paid the $15,000 and then the 5,000 you would lose it because this is not a tax credit. With tax credit, they would pay whatever you owe and they will refund you the difference, but this is not a tax credit. It depends on how much you owe. If you owe 10,000, you qualify for 20, they pay the 10,000 and you lose the 10,000. That's how it works. That's why I say how much you really qualify for. Now, if you don't have student loans, you don't have any, you paid off your loan, and you qualify for 10 or 20 grand, you don't get anything because you don't have student loan. So watch the full video. There will be exception. Watch the full video and you will see. Okay? So you may be entitled to 10 or 20 grand. It doesn't mean you're going to receive this money. It's based on your situation, how much student loan you have. There is exceptions. Remember I say if you don't owe anything, you lose everything, but there's exception. Remember there was a freeze. There was a payment freeze on the loans during the COVID period. So from 2020 up to now, as a matter of fact, the president just extended the freeze. If during the freeze you made payment on your student loan, you qualify for some money for whatever you paid during the period. Whatever payment you made during the freeze, during the 2-year freeze, you're going to have this money back. So if you made $10,000 payment during the freeze and you qualify, if you qualify for $20,000 and you made $10,000 payment during the freeze period, the payment freeze, and now you don't have any student loan, you still qualify for $10,000. So you're going to have to call your servicer. Remember, I say on your page, it shows the your loan servicer. So you call this number, call the servicer, and they're going to work it out with you. All right. So that's the only time you will qualify for money if you have $0 in debt. How and when to apply for the relief? If you are a current student and you filed for your FAFSA recently, you don't need to do a thing. The government has your information and your debt relief will be applied automatically to your account. But if you've been out of school for some time, you need to apply directly on the Department of Education website. They are still working on the paperwork that will be ready, they say, early October. In the meantime, there are 3 important dates I want you to remember. Note that, circle those dates on your calendar. They are December 31st, 2022. This is the date the final extension on student loan payment expires. After this date, you will need to resume your student loan payments or make arrangements with your servicer. The second date is November 15, 2022. I put November after December for a reason. This is the deadline to apply for your relief to be processed before December 31st, 2022. So if you miss the November 15, 2022 deadline, you still can apply, but your relief will not be processed in time for the December, the payment freeze thing expiring. You understand? So if you file after November 15, 2022, while your application is being processed, you're going to have to resume your payment, your student loan payment, because after December 31st, 2022, the last freeze, the last extension expires. And finally, we have December 31st, 2023. This is the date when the whole program expires. You cannot apply after that date. If you don't apply before December 31st, 2023, 10,000, 20,000, you out, you lose all of that. So please note those 3 dates. I hope this video was helpful. Please do not hesitate to post your questions and comments. And of course, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell. Once the link becomes available, I will make a follow-up video to post the link so you know where to apply. So that could be the best option, the best decision you make. It could make a difference between earning $20,000 of debt relief or nothing at all. Thank you very much, friends. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.